In this video, I'm doing these stitch braid cornrows. The inspiration was from Pinterest, and also because my other daughter, she has something really cute and simple, and my daughter right here was just like, I want something just as simple and quick. She didn't want to sit for a couple of hours doing like some box braids or anything like that. So we're doing these stitch braids. And you see me holding her head down because she's trying to focus on that TV. But right now I am parting the format for how I want the cornrows. She wanted 6 at first. Then I was like, how about we do 4? She was like, that's even better. So I'm just mapping out how I'm going to braid this hairstyle because I am going to be crisscrossing and zigzagging it. I want to make sure the parts are nice and clean. To help with that, I am using some braiding gel to just help clean up the parts. I'm also going to be molding the sections with the braiding gel as well. Everything that I'm using will be in the description box below. So if you want to purchase it, you can just click the link and go ahead and buy it. I always buy mine off Amazon. It's cheaper, and not to mention, it also comes right to my door. I don't have to worry about going to the store to get it. Not to say that I don't love the beauty supply store, because I do. It's like a shopping mall for me. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, you see me just cleaning up the parts and getting the section together. I am going to just only show one side because the sides will be identical. If you haven't already, please subscribe and follow me. I really would love it. It's really helping my channel grow. It's letting people know that I'm out here. So please do so. And yeah. I also did not show how I decided to work on these sections the way that I did. The first thing that I did do was I parted her hair down the middle. Once I did that, the half of section, I put that section in half as well. I just cut it in half, and that is how I did the sections for the 4 braids. It's very easy. Part down the middle, and then once it's in middle, then you're going to part it, the half part, into another section, which will make it a quarter. And that is pretty much how I did this braid pattern as far as how long, like how wide I wanted the cornrows to be. And I wanted them this wide because doing the zigzag, I wanted plenty of room. But I'm just letting you guys know because I know a lot of people have a hard time with having an even amount on each side. And you also have to be mindful of your client's hair. You have to think about each side of your face or head or even body is not identical, but it's close enough. Some people, it may be more density on one side versus the other, or it may be bigger on one side, but this helps me tremendously when I just part straight down the middle and then use the half sections and cut them down the middle and make them into quarters. And that's pretty much how I do. And I'm really anal about my parting because I want it to look the way you need to look from up close and far. And now you see I am just molding the braided part, the part that I'm going to be braiding first. I'm just molding it so all the hairs can stay together. If you're really trying to do stitch braids, you want to make sure that your client's hair is blow dried to the best of the ability, and then you want to use a generous amount of braiding gel because that is what helps with when you're braiding it in. Some people just put it all through the middle and stuff like that. I want it to look kind of stitchy, but not all the way. I'm not really big on doing stitch per se. I just naturally stitch because one, my hands will end up cramping up from just trying to make it look so stitchy. So it just naturally comes out that way because I naturally stitch as I braid. I don't rush my braid when I am braiding. So that's not the case for a lot of people. A lot of people use the accessory of it's like a very pointy nail, or they may use a comb, and some care for stitching, some don't, like me. So it all depends on the look that you're going for. With this hairstyle, you want to have a lot of clips because as you're doing the zigzag, you want to start releasing clips as you braid. And I want to say you have to kind of be like a seasoned braider. I don't want to say like a beginner braider because you have to be able to stop and turn and curve and things like that, and be able to meet your braid where it's at. Or you have to really just have help with releasing the clips. I know when I first started braiding hair, trying to release the braid and being able to start back where I left off was very difficult. But since I've been braiding forever, it's not difficult for me to stop in the middle of a braid and then continue in that braid. So right now you see me molding down this section because I am going to zigzag and crisscross to the other side where you see me molding down. Now I'm molding down the zigzag squares. I'm not doing the snake zigzag. I'm doing like corner to corner zigzag, which you'll see once I start braiding. But I'm just molding each section and really making sure I'm combing through. You do not want to braid tangled hair at all because one, when you're bringing your fingers through while braiding, it's not a fun experience. And two, you just don't want to have tangles within the braid, especially once you take it down. A lot of people don't think about takedown, but I think about takedown with every style. If you're not thinking about the takedown, then you haven't really done your homework on certain hairstyles. But yeah, you see me just slicking it in, and I'm about to begin the braid. When doing this zigzag braid, I started from the corner of the box and I'm taking it all the way down to the corner of the end. As you can see, my hands is pretty much showing you the angle I am going for. And you want to make sure you're not braiding really tight. I know you see my daughter kind of frowning as I go through. I tend to braid a little bit more tighter when braiding on the scalp, but I'm just mindful that I'm not braiding it too tight because we don't want any red bumps or tension coming from that spot because it can cause some type of breakage or it can even cause some baldness. So you want to make sure you're not braiding really tight. Also, while you see me braid, you're going to see me use my brush to just detangle the ends to make sure they're not knotting as I'm braiding. Because again, you do not want tangles going throughout your braid. And you see, I just take my time and I'm just detangling and then I just keep going. Now I'm about to crisscross. And I'm not adding any extensions right now because I know you guys are wondering, how should I get this length? I did have a braiding rack at the side that I had prepped, but because her hair is so thick, I don't need to add any extensions to her braids. And I know the question is, will this last? Yes, it will last. It will last as long as you take care of it. She does wear like a do-rag to bed and a shower cap to shower. So yeah, I'm not going to start feeding in until I get more towards the end, probably most likely off of her scalp because her hair is super thick and super long. So yeah, I'm just going to be basically adding in the extensions just to give it some length, not really for the fullness because her hair is already thick and it's already full. And I'm also sorry if the focus is coming in and out. I was doing a lot of movement and sometimes my camera will focus on other things than what it's supposed to. But as you see, I'm at the end and I'm just braiding down her hair and I'm about to start feeding in. I'm adding braiding gel to give it that slick look. So once I start adding in, it'll all look right. And I'm pretty much going a little bit further and you're going to see where you want to be mindful of how you're adding in the hair. So I'm adding it in right now and I'm just looking like, why is this braid so small? So then you're going to see me take it down and add in where her thicker part is in her braid because this is looking like a little twiggy braid and you don't want no twig braid. So you're going to see me take it down. I wanted to show you guys this in real time to let you know that if you have a problem with density and not really being accurate, you can always go back. And I noticed once I slicked her hair with that braiding gel, it just took the volume out. So you see me go further up. Now I'm adding, and I'm going to be adding in a lot more strands quicker than I was before. And you see I'm just detangling. Then I'm going to add some more. Then I'm going to add again. You want to basically build up your braid to be the same thickness, not super thick as the scalp, but at least close enough where it looks like this is her hair. You want to give the illusion that this is her hair. I am using 32-inch Expressions hair. I didn't have to use the 42-inch because we wasn't doing it super duper long. Just long enough to give it a little, cute vibe to it. And it's basically a little past the middle of her back. And yeah, now I'm working on the other crisscross braid. And this will have 3 sections of crisscross that you see me doing right now. I'm just parting out and I'm going to be molding it just like I did the other braid. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm about to do. I'm about to just section it off with the braiding gel and mold it how I want it, which way I want it. You kind of want to have the vision. Like in my mind, I was like left, right, left, right. Like I knew how I wanted it to come in and transition into that crisscross look. So make sure you know that when doing it. Because some people will start off the zigzag and realize like, oh no, this zigzag is not meeting where I need to go. So yeah, and that's pretty much what I am doing right now. I want y'all to comment below how long you think this hairstyle will last. And I'll let you guys know within a couple days after I get, a couple views or whatever, what you guys all said. Because some people think this hairstyle can last a week. Some people think this hairstyle can last 2 weeks. Some people think 3 weeks, a whole month and a half. Some people will keep it in until whenever. But I want to know, how long should you keep this hairstyle in, or how long do you think this hairstyle will last? Because that's one thing I did not share with you guys yet. But just to have a little fun, just comment below how long you think this hairstyle will last. And I will let you guys know. Matter of fact, I'll do you guys one better. I'll create a short with how it looked when I first got done versus how it looked right before I take it down. So, and I'll put that in the comment section and you guys can click it and see how long it lasts once I get done. Since she is still wearing this hairstyle, I'm not telling you how long it's been in yet. Now that we are done, I am about to dip her hair, and I'm braiding it because we're doing the Brazilian crinkly hair, and I did add in some extensions at the end to just make sure that the ends of these braids are basically crinkly all the way to the tip, because some people do not know how to do that, and that is how you do it. You just add in the braid and then you just braid it down, and then I'm going to dip it in hot water, and that is how I make the braids crinkly to match the Brazilian curl, because that is the boho curl I will be adding in shortly. Once you're done dipping it and drying it off, you want to then take that braid down. I did braid in all of it. I wish I showed more of the top, but it's basically I just grabbed the braids and created a braid, dipped it in hot water. Now you're seeing me take it down, and it should all be crinkly all the way down to the tip. And then I am going to add in the Brazilian braid hair and to kind of boho it out. I know some people are thinking like, why didn't you use curls? Because I had this Brazilian hair and I need to get rid of it. Not only that, it's like I always add in the curly bohemian hair. And you see how these tips are crinkly all the way down to the tip. That's what your girl was going for. Now I'm about to add in this Brazilian braid hair. It's by Criss. I'm adding it in with the latch hook. You could have added it in as you did the cornrow, but since I knew I was dipping this hair, I didn't feel like moving it out the way. But I'm putting 3 strands of this Brazilian braid by Criss again in her hair. I'm putting it on 3 because I want it a little heavy but not too heavy, and I'm putting it underneath the braid because you don't want the knot to be visible when she's rocking it. So you'll see me going underneath, putting it through, and then I just do a little slight knot, and when you take it out, you just cut where the knot is, and then you take the braid down. If you want to see how I took this hairstyle down, just let me know in the comments as well, and I'll show you guys how I took this hairstyle down, because I know a lot of people struggle with that and not know what to do when taking certain hairstyles down. So just let me know in the comments below. Again, I did tell you guys she is still rocking this hairstyle, so I have not taken it out yet. But if you do want to see a takedown video, I can either do it in a short or in a video. Just let me know in the comments below what you would like to see and if you want it step by step. And when it comes to the boho curl, you really can't add it in as heavy as you want it. You don't have to do it like me with 3 strands. You could do 5 strands on one braid. It's really up to you. Or you could say, I don't want a whole bunch of boho hair, and you maybe add 1 on each braid, or maybe 2 or none. You really don't have to add any. Some people usually just put 2 buns at the end, and that's also another cute way to rock this hairstyle. You don't necessarily have to have it crinkly or curly or anything like that. But this is the look we were going for. Now I'm going to mousse it, because moussing this boho hair really helps define the boho hair, and you want to make sure you do that. I will also recommend adding a little bit of mousse, not too often, probably once or twice in this hairstyle totality. Again, then I'm just spraying it down with oil sheen. I did oil her scalp with some Blue Magic. Here is the finished product. I hope you guys really like this hairstyle and will try this hairstyle. Let me know if you tried this hairstyle. It's really cute, simple, and easy. And yeah, I just love it. It turned out super cute. Her shirt says happy, and she was really happy with this hairstyle. Well, thanks for watching. Peace and hair grease. Here's some other tutorials you guys could check out.